The high school project is one of the initiatives of AOPA's You Can Fly program. One of the major accomplishments for You Can Fly is the development of a new high school STEM curriculum. AOPA Live's Josh Cochran has the story about how a high school uses the curriculum in changing lives.
We have, equal to Chicago on a kid-on-kid shooting, the same ratios. And it's all about gangs. And I wanted to figure out a way to enable these kids not have to do that.
Sean is helping high schoolers in Salinas through the Bob Hoover Academy, named after the pilot many regard as the best stick and rudder man who ever lived.
And great news for one of the schools using AOPA's high school STEM curriculum developed by the You Can Fly team. New York City just announced that it'll invest $2.65 million in their Gregorio Luperon High School for Science and Mathematics. The school is developing an aviation program using AOPA's curriculum, and the money from the city will help start the program and includes a flight simulator. We talked to one of the teachers about why the school chose AOPA's curriculum.
For us, is the exposure. Youngsters today they have vague ideas of what they want, and often graduate from high school without understanding exactly what they want to do and what career path to choose from. So exposing them early on will give them an opportunity to see if that is something that piques their interest. The most important thing is to have the youngster be inspired.
And after I took my first flight lesson, even though I didn't really enjoy it the first time, I knew that I really wanted to do it. Deep down inside, I knew I wanted to do this and just continue my education with airplanes.
And someone has to be able to work on all those airplanes and engines. Delta Airlines is helping spur the next generation of aircraft mechanics. The airline's offering 9 grants totaling $350,000. The money's going to technical colleges near their headquarters in Georgia to enhance maintenance training, support, and awareness.
AOPA is welcoming high school teachers from across the country. They're here to learn about aviation and how to teach the new AOPA high school STEM curriculum to 10th graders next year. Many of these teachers taught the curriculum to 9th graders last year and found it to be very helpful for their students.
It's really exciting to implement the new curriculum and see that the students really become awakened to aviation through a lot of hands-on projects, experiential learning, and problem solving.
The high school initiative is part of the You Can Fly program, AOPA's effort to grow the pilot population. You Can Fly is funded by generous donations to the AOPA Foundation. Encouraging the next generation of young people to pursue careers in aviation is one of the top priorities of our industry. AOPA is right at the front of that effort, training teachers and funding STEM curriculum, which uses aviation principles and blends ever-improving tools like Redbird flight simulators into the programs. As Paul Moses discovered, many young people are spending at least part of their time not on the flight line, but in the classroom.
They are quickly becoming essential tools of the teaching trade. Simulators like those here in the Redbird STEM Lab, where free courses for young students bring theory and aeronautical principles to life.
Now then, we're actually using the airplane for something other than just something that's just like the coolest thing ever, right?
For sisters Erin and Alyssa Carpenter, it's an opportunity to exercise more than their minds. It engages their senses.
These simulators provide immediate and dynamic impact on how things like speed and weight and temperature impact things like lift and engine performance.
All week long, they can come in and take everything from intro to flight to advanced flight planning and aviation weather, and it's all tailored around the idea that we can use aviation to introduce STEM topics and get kids involved in the more technical disciplines, and aviation is a great tool to do that.
Last year I crashed and burned a lot. I didn't crash and burn though, and I was proud of myself.
And you don't have to look far to see a great number of young people who love the challenge. It's a relatively low-cost way to set fire to the dream of flight.
So much more fun.
Is it? Why do you say that?
Because usually, like say you're at a school and you learn this, all you're doing is papers. You're not learning like on a simulator like here.
And no doubt what works here can and will work elsewhere.
It's a great experience to see kids really get it when they work through the math math to work through the problem that they're working on and go out and fly it in the sim, and they actually get it. It's a great experience for sure.
Paul Moses, AOPA Live.
Redbird also provides assistance for teachers looking for help writing grants to fund the equipment needed for these interactive programs. Who says young people aren't interested in aviation? They sure seemed excited this weekend at the Triple Tree Aerodrome in South Carolina. The beautiful venue hosted an event focused on young aviators. AOPA online editor David Toulis has the story.
The Triple Tree Aerodrome near Woodruff, South Carolina hosted the inaugural grassroots fly-in this past weekend, aimed at and organized by youth who are recognized as vital to the future of aviation.
Young Aviators fly in June 8th through 10th, 2018. It's our inaugural year. We're super excited. So far we've got a lot of people out here enjoying some great burgers. We're enjoying aviation, people camping out, swimming, fishing, you name it, they're doing it.
I really am proud of the fact that we have 600 people committed to be here for this young people's aviation event. And if we don't look around at AOPA fly-ins and Triple Tree fly-ins and see that we're all 70, 65 years old, a little overweight, why not invite some young people to come be a part of us and help hold the positions in our airlines and the air carriers and all the people that are desperate. It's our real opportunity of a lifetime. I'm excited beyond belief.
Young and young at heart aviators alike gathered at the immaculately manicured 7,000-foot-long grass landing strip to encourage and to celebrate the rise of a new generation within the aviation community.
The whole industry is really looking for pilots right now. The airlines are seeing a big retirement coming up shortly here. So they're pulling up from the regional airlines. The regional airlines are pulling up from the flight schools. So flight schools need instructors. We really need young people to get their license, get some experience, and then get their instructor rating so we can keep training the next generation and keeping this trend going for the next 10, 15, 20 years.